Eriez is proud to introduce the Unicon high current electromagnetic feeder control. Let's take a look at the Unicon HC control. The front panel includes a red power switch, a speed potentiometer to adjust the voltage to the feeder and subsequent feed rate, start-stop push buttons, a manual auto selector switch, electrical equipment warning labels, and an Eriez nameplate. The standard HC control enclosed in chassis mount are UL and CUL tagged for US and Canadian markets. They are also CE compliant under low voltage and EC electromagnetic compatibility directives, as well as being ROHS compliant. This is the Unicon high current chassis version. The differences between the chassis version and the enclosed version is the enclosed version is in a NEMA 4 enclosure and it is self-contained. The chassis version is typically used by the customer to be mounted into their enclosure. The setup procedures and the adjustments are identical between the two. As we open the door to the inside of the control, you can see the voltage terminals at the bottom right, and that is where the AC line connections are made. There are also terminals located at the bottom of the control for connections to the actual feeder, the output terminals, if you will. And then on the bottom left of the control are gray terminals labeled 38 through 42. Those are the other connections, customer connections for remote signals and remote enable. The wiring is different between the enclosed version and the chassis. On the bottom right hand side, we have our AC input connections. Those are the line connections. Further to the left, the main terminals, we have the output connections of the control that would be wired to the feeder. On the left side of the control are a row of green terminals, and this is where the customer connects the switching for auto or manual. You also have input connections for a potentiometer, for a remote enable switch, for 4 to 20 milliamp input, and also for an accelerometer input. At the top, you can see the voltages that this control is capable of, 115 through 600 volt AC input. When we remove the cover, now you can physically see the actual voltage selector jumpers, and once again, those have to match the line voltage. Further down the board is this area here. The two trimmer pots and the selector switch are for the closed loop portion of the control. This top potentiometer is for the soft start, and that has a range of 0.5 to 2 seconds. What that function does is allows the control to start soft or ramp up slowly. And basically, instead of being instant on, if you will, it allows a slower ramp up time and not to stress the feeder. And these two trimmer pots are for the max and min bias control. This control also incorporates a switch located on the bottom left of the board. This is a half wave, full wave switch. To the left position is full wave, to the right is half wave. All of Eriez feeders are full wave systems, but if you're to use this control on a competitor's half wave unit, you would switch it to the right for half wave. On the right side of the control, we have the main fuses. These fuses are sized for the feeder that the control is operating. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. It is one of a 4-part series about the Unicon high current control. Please check out our other Eriez videos on our YouTube channel or contact us at the telephone number shown on the screen.